track number 1, the Cincinnati Black Sheep, taking on the Chicago outfit Syndicate.
I'm Captain Lou Albamo, joined on the microphone for this bout by
T-Had from Cincinnati.
T-Had from Cincinnati. You'll be watching us on DNN and live in the house. This is a hybrid call, so you won't get all the information, but we'll give you as much as we possibly can. Looks like number 77, Ann Bones in black, is lining up for Cincinnati, and that's number 138 in yellow for the outfit, Lola Blow. Both wearing the Stars Are Ahead, and T-Had, we will be starting roller derby as we always do with 5-on-5 roller derby action. And we get the magical 5-second call from our jam timer, which means roller derby is about to start, and that whistle indicates action's underway, T-Had.
Ann Bones takes it around to the outside, and she does pick up lead jammer Ann Bones for the Cincinnati Black Sheep. Lola Low gets through on her initial pass. Everyone's setting up at around turn 3. Chicago in the back. Cincinnati takes it to front and calls off the jam. I don't believe any points picked up for either side on that.
Yeah, nice defensive work by Susie Crotchrod at the back of the pack for the team in yellow, again, the Chicago outfit, preventing any points from going up on the board on the first jam of the game. Score is still 0-0 with 30 seconds off the clock.
Yep, good defensive stand there from both squads. Sailor Scary taking the jammer star for Cincinnati.
That's number 18, Matzo Ball Breaker for the outfit. A tough and vigorous jammer. Likes to block as well, but fighting hard against that front wall of black. Picks up lead jammer for the outfit.
Matzo Ball is able to fly through at that turn true and does exactly that. Pick up a lead jammer. And Sailor Scary picks up a track cut, so she's going to sit in the box. That means a power jam for Matzo Ball Breaker.
So first real advantage going to the outfit. Matzo Ball Breaker through the pack, picking up 5 points for the ladies from Chicago.
And Kitten Kicker's going to also take a seat in the penalty box. That's going to be a 4-on-3 pack advantage for Chicago. Matzo Ball Breaker gets through again, picks up 5 points, calls off the jam. Puts a total of 10 up for the outfit, 10-0.
Nice work on the part of the Joan Ranger, sprinting into that pack of black, breaking it up, allowing Matzo Ball Breaker to get through and pick up those points. And we've got Mako on the line, number 62 for the outfit. 4-on-3 pack advantage, but the only jammer on the track is Mako. Push to the outside.
She does pick up lead jammer, but forced around and has to back up to the end of the pack. Also back in for Cincinnati is Sailor Scary now jamming. She gets through on her initial pass and is actually out in front.
So nice work on the part of the jammer from Cincinnati to get out of that penalty box, get through the pack, limit the damage that Chicago could do on that jam. No points going up on either side of the scoreboard. We're 3 jams in. The score is 10-0 for the Chicago outfit over Cincinnati Black Sheep. 27 minutes remaining in the first half. T-Had.
Still some good defensive stands here from both teams. Cincinnati clamping down on Chicago, only have 10 points on so far. Chicago throwing a shutout right now against Cincinnati. La Bruja knocked to the outside. She comes back in and just hits a big yellow wall. Reversed again. Candy Kickass along with Hannah Barbaric trying to keep outfit jammer 138 Lola Blow, and Lola Blow gets through lead jammer for the outfit. But she calls it off quickly as La Bruja skates ahead of her. Another 0-0 jam.
So that's 4 jams into this game. Only 1 jam is at scoring on it. That was the 30-second power jam that the outfit had. They called it off a bit early so that they could freeze a jammer, but no additional points for the outfit. So only 10 points scored in 1 jam so far in this game. both teams able to get their jammers out most of the time.
Right. Only, like you said, only points picked up are on a power jam. So when when both jammers are on the floor, the defenses are doing their job of keeping each squad to 0 points. Ruthless Chris now jamming for Cincinnati.
And once again, Matzo Ball Breaker forcing her way to the front of that pack. 1 to beat. She's through and lead jammer for the outfit. Second time for lead jammer for Matzo Ball Breaker.
Sailor Scary and Newcomb, along with Kitten Kicker, trying to establish the front line. Matzo Ball Breaker hopping through, looking for some daylight. She's forced down, calls off the jam. Does pick up a single point for Chicago, 0 points for Cincinnati.
And you can see Matzo Ball Breaker has picked up a lot of experience over the last year, looking back, making sure that she was able to call off that jam before the Cincinnati jammer could hit the pack. Very aware where the jammer is. 11 points for the outfit at the moment, 0 for Cincinnati.
Yeah, and that pack awareness is absolutely very important. You call it at the right time, so you're not giving up any points. But speaking of experience, right now a very experienced jammer on the line for Cincinnati, Hannah Barbaric. She has played quite a few years for Cincinnati, probably in her 8th year for the team, jamming, and they're having quite a bit of trouble right now with the Chicago outfit blocking. And through and lead jammer for the outfit. That is Mako. Very fast pack coming around turn 1 into turn 2. Cincinnati out in front. Mako comes up and hits Candy Kickass's booty, forces her out of bounds. Mako calls off the jam, picks up 3 points. Still 0 points for Cincinnati. They have yet to find a way to score some points, put it on the board, but their defense has done a relatively good job of keeping Chicago only to 14 points at about the first 7 minutes of this game.
And I like how Cincinnati just keeps on rotating through their skaters, trying to see which one's going to be the jammer. Really having to change things up this year from going with that 1-2 combination they used to go with, now jamming by committee.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, this year's been very much jamming by committee, not only for the Sheep, but for the Lambs, their B team. Whereas before, yeah, it usually was a 1-2 punch with K Lethal and Wheezy. Now it's a different story. Jamming whoever's out there that you think is going to do the best job on that jam. And right now it's La Bruja. She does not have a lead, but she is ahead. 0 points picked up for Cincinnati again, but still skating fast and still holding. Looks like Chicago to maybe 0 points on that jam as well.
Yeah, I mean that has been the trend of this game so far. Both jammers able to get out, both jammers having to call it off repeatedly. Only 3 times, 3 jams points have been put up in this game. 14-0 the score. Still early on, 22 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Absolutely. And another jam underway. Matzo Ball Breaker with the star again for the outfit. Once again pushing hard at the front, at the back, and Bones trying to break free of the outfit blockers. Lead jammer going to Matzo Ball Breaker. She is 3 for 3 in this game so far.
And Bones forced down at the pivot line, but she is back up. Has gotten through on her initial pass. Very fast pack coming into turn 2.
Yeah, there was a low block on Payne Gwen as Ann Bones tried to break her way free. She managed to regain her feet, stem the bleeding. Another single point going to the outfit. That'll put them at 15, so little bits of bites here and there, but no one able to pull away early on in this game, Tiad.
So on the line now for Cincinnati, that is, who is that? That is 86 Newcomb. Another veteran skater of Cincinnati, taking on more of a jamming role recently this year. Newcomb hops, and she does pick up lead jammer for Cincinnati, Newcomb.
Mako stuck in the pack, being forced out of bounds by the blockers at the front by Cincinnati. And she has picked up a track cut. That's going to leave the only jammer on the track, the Cincinnati jammer, Newcomb, who's already through the pack and has picked up 5 points.
Picked up 5 points, but the first point's on the board for her team, and that absolutely, that is a power jam. Newcomb forced down to turn 3, but she is through. Pack not called. That gave her just a little bit of a breathing room to get through and pick up some points, and she picks up 5 more points for Cincinnati.
A hard hit by lethal dose, and Lindiana Jones knocked her to the ground, but she was very quickly back up on her feet to get through and through one more time for another 5 points. That brings us to a tie game.
Brings us to a tie game, you're right. And, you know, Power Jams could tell the story. They've definitely told the story so far this bout. That's where most points have been picked up. Newcomb comes in, picks up, I believe, picks up 2 points on that pass and does call it off. And that does put, I believe it'll put Cincinnati in the lead. 17-15. 20 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this first half.
Cincinnati calling off the jam so that they can ice the outfit jammer in the penalty box. This will be a power start for the Black Sheep. They've decided to go with number 30, Kitten Kicker. All the blockers on the track.
Got a full house out there on the track. The entire collective of blockers. Kitten Kicker up on her toe stops, trying to force her way through. Nice outside block there. That was Samantha Judge forcing Kitten Kicker out.
Power jam was over, but as Mako came back in, she picked up a back block. She's going straight back to the penalty box, and another 30-second power jam will go on the books for the Black Sheep, and lead jammer going to Kitten Kicker.
Yeah, another big opportunity here for Kitten Kicker, or for the Black Sheep. Kitten Kicker this time, she's going to look to try and extend that 2-point lead. And Big Ugly going to be sent to the box for a back block. That's going to be a 4-on-3 pack advantage for Chicago. But still on a power jam for Cincinnati. Kitten Kicker looking to fight through, and she calls it off.
And at the end of that jam, Energizer Bunny picked up a direction of gameplay, so that will lighten the pack a bit more. And once again, Cincinnati employing that call off, able to ice the outfit jammer in the penalty box, able to get another power start. Score 21-15 for Cincinnati, 18 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first half. And we're going to get number 92. That's Sailor Scary on the line for Cincinnati for this power start.
Yep, Sailor Scary taking for Cincinnati. And how important that is, that if you can, to call off the jam and keep the opposing jammer in the box for just another jam that gives you opportunity to get out there, put some space between you and them, because right now Sailor Scary already lead jammer for the Black Sheep. This is exactly what they need right now. 21-15, 18-19 remaining on the clock in this first half.
And a nice bit of strategy work on the outfit side. They put Lola Blow out there with a pivot stripe, and there was a star pass that allowed her to break free. Jam is called off. 5 points picked up by Cincinnati. They'll roll up to 26. Outfit at 15, so nice strategy on both sides of the track. Both teams able to pull some tricks out of their books, try to maximize their advantage.
It's always nice to see when a star pass works, because sometimes they don't, and sometimes they end up in tragedy and tears, but that was a well-executed star pass, and sometimes that's what you got to do. Newcomb on the line now for Cincinnati.
Matzo
18 matzo ball breaker. Yep, sorry.
Newcomb was dumped to the outside, to the inside, had to reset, managed to find an outside line and pick up lead jammer for the Black Sheep. Matzo ball breaker still stuck in that pack.
Newcomb is one of those players. She is a tremendous blocker, and she's just been doing so well the last couple of weeks jamming. You almost hate to take her out of the blocking rotation, but she does so well with a star in her helmet that, you know, I'd keep throwing her out there. She just picked up 5 more points for her team. And a back block by Matzo Ball Breaker. She's going to go to the penalty box. That's going to be a power jam for Newcomb. Sorry to be stepping your toes there.
So Cincinnati able to take advantage of some errors on the part of the outfit, able to build their lead. It's currently 36-15. Newcomb resets as she was knocked out of bounds by the blockers from the outfit. Again, nice cluster blocking, slowing Newcomb up.
And Newcomb taking them on all by herself, and she gets through, picks up 4 points for that pass.
Yep. One no pass, no point. Jam's called off. Power jam was over.
Nice
And
call off by Newcomb there. She knew the opposing jammer, matzo ball breaker, was hot on her tail. Good time to call it off. Keeps her firm. I wasn't sure if she was on her initial pass or not, but always got to call it off to make sure no points are scored.
So after an initial 15-0 run by the Chicago outfit, the Black Sheep of Cincinnati have put 40 points in a row up on the board. The score is 40-15. 15 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first half. Power jams have been the story since those 15 points were put up for the outfit.
Right, they absolutely have. And, you know, when you get an opportunity, when you get a power jam, you've got to take advantage of it. And that's exactly what Cincinnati has done here in this first half. You've got to make sure you're getting through and putting points on the board to extend that lead. La Bruja now in for Cincinnati, taking on 138 Lola Blow for the outfit. La Bruja calls off the jam. 1 point picked up for Cincinnati, 0 for Chicago, extending that lead 41-15. 15 minutes remaining in this first period.
We'd like to give some love to some of our sponsors. The Holiday Inn is the Spring Roll official after party on Sunday at the Holiday Inn Ballroom. There'll be hors d'oeuvres, DJs, dancing, and shenanigans. So thanks to the Holiday Inn for once again sponsoring the Spring Roll.
Absolutely. The chair that I'm going to be sleeping in looks really comfortable, so I'm excited about that. Ruthless Chris jamming for Cincinnati.
And Joan Ranger able to cycle her back, forcing her to reset, but same thing's happening to...
I don't know, who is that out there?
That is the Energizer Bunny.
Energizer Bunny.
Neither jam are able to find their way out of this pack.
Ruthless Chris having a tough time swimming upstream to the outfit.
Oh, and a track cut will send her to the penalty box.
Yep, and there you go. That's what's going to happen. And it's going to give Chicago 30 seconds to try and put some points on the board to close that gap. Like you said earlier, that's been the story of this game. And a grand slam for Energizer Bunny. I cannot say that. Energizer Bunny. OPAC call. They're going to have to let her through. Murder her headed to the box. 4 points. Picked up for Energizer Bunny.
This jam, of course, going the full 2 minutes as...
And a star pass there. Cincinnati failed to pick that up, and she picks up 5 points. Now with the jammer star, that is...
the Joan Ranger.
The Joan Ranger. Yes, thank you. Nice booty block there by Candy Kickass, forcing her to the infield. Going to draw her out.
Power jam over, out of the penalty box. That's number 5. Ruthless Chris picking up 5 points for Cincinnati. Joan Ranger fights her way past Candy Kickass for one final pass and 4 more points for the outfit. They roll their way up to 33. Cincinnati at 46. So now a 13-point lead for the Black Sheep.
The pendulum has swung back to the outfit's favor. That seems to be the story of this game. It's the little points each for each team. Someone gets momentum, and then the other team takes momentum again, keeps going back and forth. We'll see what happens on this jam with Sailor Scary jamming for Cincinnati. Taking on
the Matzo Ball Breaker once again.
Matzo Ball Breaker, sorry. Those gray numbers are hard for me to see.
There, they're shiny.
Shiny numbers.
Both jammers thought they had an outside line, but coming through on the inside, getting lead jammer for Cincinnati, that is Sailor Scary.
And a nice hit out. Wheezy gets a causes a track cut for the jammer for Chicago, and she's going to sit down, and that is a power jam for the Black Sheep.
So the team's trading power jams. Black Sheep with the advantage at the moment. Stalwart defense on the part of the ladies in yellow from the Chicago outfit. One to beat.
Oh, and she got past her. Man, she just gave her fits. That is 21.
Samantha Judge doing a fantastic job of holding
She really
her back.
did. That's some excellent blocking there. Really stalled Sailor Scary took some wind out of her sails. Salisbury calls off the jam.
2 points for Cincinnati.
Takes us
now a 20-point lead for the Black Sheep. And the power jam had expired by the time that jam was called off, so we'll get
two jammers. Yep.
Two jammers on the track. One blocker in the box for Chicago, so a 4-on-3 pack advantage for Cincinnati. Lola Blow taking the star for the ladies in yellow. Newcomb for the ladies in black. Lola Blow with one to beat, but suddenly blockers come out of nowhere for the Black Sheep, and now she's got a truck and trailer.
Yep. And while Jungle Lacey was keeping her back, Candy Kickass did a good job of recycling all the way back up to the front to give Jungle Lacey a hand to try and keep her back. And squeezing right through, Newcomb with lead jammer for the Black Sheep.
That's some fantastic blocking work on the part of the Black Sheep. The Lola Blow was just about out of that pack, and they just managed to reform around her, drag her back. Newcomb on the scoring pass now. Lola Blow knocked to the inside, has to reset. Jam gets called off with 2 more points going up for the Black Sheep. Yeah, I think the stars of that jam were the blockers, for Cincinnati. There. Fantastic work. Yeah.
Fun fact, last year Candy Kickass in our league awards, she won Best Duo all by herself. Because it was whoever she's with, she makes them better. So she is definitely a good blocker to have out there, and she was really giving all kinds of fits to the jammer for Chicago.
The Joan Ranger taking the star once again for Chicago. Last time we saw her with a star on her head, it was as a result of a star pass, and that's La Bruja for Cincinnati.
La Bruja doing all kinds of dancing around, looking for a little bit of daylight.
Oh, and you know what? Number 21, Samantha Judge, able to get back just enough. Forces a track cut on La Bruja, and now we've got a power jam for the outfit, and lead jammer going to the Joan Ranger.
So as we were just talking about that Cincinnati blocking, let's see what their defense can do right now to keep her at bay from scoring points. Of course, Chicago, excuse me.
And the Joan Ranger through for 5 points. Getting a nice assist. That was Hiroshima, I believe, that provided a bit of forward momentum for that wall of black, but now stuck in a group of 4 blockers as the Joan Ranger calls out the jam, power jam over, 5 more points to the outfit. That should roll them to 43, Cincinnati at 55, a 12-point differential with 8 minutes remaining in the first half.
Yep. I'll tell you what, we've been fortunate to that first game between the Misfits and the Rebels was very close, and this game is also turning out to be very close so far. And like I said, 55 to 43, 7:50 remaining in the first period. That's Wheezy going to be jamming for Cincinnati. That's our first jam this evening. Very experienced jammer on the line.
She's used to jamming.
She's just jammer.
Matzo Ball Breaker jamming for the outfit.
And I believe Wheezy got lead. No, there it is. I thought I'd heard a whistle before. My apologies. She does pick up a lead jammer. Candy Kickass keeping Matzo Ball Breaker back. Matzo Ball Breaker through and on her initial pass.
Wheezy finds an outside line, weaves into the pack.
Wheezy does so good on her skates, hopping back and forth. She'll be on the inside and the outside with the quickness.
Matzo Ball Breaker through the pack and picks up 4 points for the outfit. 4 points also going to Wheezy for the Black Sheep.
Yep, answering her point for point on that.
Now playing a time game with the clock, watching her bench.
The skaters, or the jammers on the complete opposite side of the track of the pack, trying to catch up, but the pack just keeps speeding up. And Wheezy calls off the jam as she gets to about turn 4, and that's going to do it for that jam. No points in that final pass for either player.
So, you know, Matzo Ball Breaker had just about broken through that pack, but the skater that you mentioned earlier on, Candy Kickass, was the last line of defense and was able to hold her back just enough so that Wheezy could pick up lead jammer in that last jam. So making you look good by performing well on the track.
Yeah, performing very well today. The defense has been phenomenal so far for both teams, and as you just pointed out on that very last track, that last play, Candy Kickass doing an excellent job of keeping her back. Right now, she got their initial pass, not lead jammer. That is Lola Blow.
Lola Blow dodges a last-ditch effort by Jungle Lacey, picks up 5 points for the outfit.
And she was forced out, and they're going to back her up. She tried to jump the apex there. It didn't work out too well.
Lola Blow once again getting cycled back. That's Newcomb doing the work this time.
And Star was passed to Hanna-Barbera, who has it in her hand. That's why they were trying to keep her back. And Hanna-Barbera, the jammer now for the Sheep. And of course, she is the jammer just because she had it in her hand, so that officially made her the jammer. Don't have to put it on your head to be the official jammer.
57 points for the outfit now. Cincinnati with 59. Another attempted apex jump sends Lola Blow to the ground. Resets once again.
And Chicago has streamed some points together in the last couple of jams to bring it that close as we close in on this first half. And that'll actually put the outfit ahead, 62-59.
Only briefly, though, as 4 points go up for Cincinnati.
The refs giveth, the refs taketh away.
And then 4 more points go up for the outfit. Time runs out on the jam. No additional points for Cincinnati. So the end result of that jam, fantastic work by the blockers and the jammer from the outfit. They've climbed back into the lead 66-63 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah, such a tight game right now. Both teams back and forth doing an excellent job blocking, jamming. Right now, number 14 out there for Chicago, the Joan Ranger.
And we're going to get ourselves a timeout for Cincinnati. That'll stop the clock. So yeah, I mean, for a game that has had the number of power jams in the first half that we have had, the score has remained very, very low, 66-63. Great defensive effort on both sides.
Yeah, good defensive stands. I mean, both of these teams obviously have heard the old adage, defense wins championships, and that's what they're both out there doing, and doing a darn good job at it.
And as is traditional with timeouts, we will provide some love for some of our vendors that are here. Again, if you're sitting at home, you can't shop at our vendors, but if you're sitting in the stands, you certainly can. Persephone's Treasures, you can get your official 2014 Spring Roll shirt at Persephone's Treasures. If you came all this way to watch Spring Roll, you know you want to have a momentum to take home with you.
That's why you want to take something home with you.
So
what color green would you call that?
I think it's Army green.
Army green?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Not having any military background at all.
Army green is good enough.
I'm sure I'll be corrected by somebody out there.
If they pass out in the grass later, you're not going to see them. So if you're walking across the grass, be careful not to step on an NSO.
That's right.
Ooh, and the blockers are up at the pivot line. Something different.
Switching things up.
Ann Bones jamming for Cincinnati.
The Joan Ranger for the outfit. Ann Bones knocked out of bounds, cycled back. That allows the Joan Ranger to try to push forward at the front of the pack.
And she was knocked down. Joan Ranger picks up lead jammer.
And again, Samantha Judge doing a great job of backstopping that defense of the outfit. Knocks.
Yeah, and Samantha Judge taking out Ann Bones right there at about the pivot line. La Bruja, Wheezy, and Candy Kickass again trying to keep Joan Ranger from getting through. Three in concert together, keeping her back.
And Bones is having no luck at all at the back of this pack. Wall of yellow continuing to knock her back again and again. PH Diabla this time doing the job.
Weezy doing a good job of keeping a shoulder into Ranger. When Ranger calls it off, ends that jam.
And as we mentioned, that strong defense on both sides. The and Bones not able to get out of the pack at all in that jam.
Both really good defensive clinics on that jam, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, the Black Sheep held the outfit to only 5 points. The Joan Ranger eventually just deciding to call it off rather than get beaten up anymore by that group of black skaters out there. Under 2 minutes remain in the first half. 71 for the outfit, 63 for Cincinnati.
And that's going to be Newcomb jamming for Cincinnati. Taking on Matzo Ball Breaker for the outfit. And Newcomb is through. Lead jammer for Cincinnati. Good job there by Sailor Scary and Murder Her, forcing Matzo Ball Breaker to the infield.
Tried to absorb that big hit.
Really smart call off there from Newcomb as she got forced out of bounds. Picked up 5 points on that pass.
Back to a 3-point game, 71-68, ticking down to the 1 minute mark remaining in the half. 138 in yellow is Lola Blow. Number 30 in black is Kitten Kicker. Cincinnati, of course, wearing the black of the Black Sheep. The outfit in the yellow of the Chicago outfit. You know, Ann Bones, who had such a tough time jamming a couple jams ago, doing a great job blocking this time he had.
Yeah, Ann Bones has been showing some really good blocking finesse here today. Kitten Kicker, lead jammer for Cincinnati. Some good offense there by Ann Bones. Allows Kitten to get through, picks up points, calls it off.
And she picked up exactly 3 points, which was the differential before this jam started. So the score is, of course, tied at 71-71.
Almost like it was intentional. I just want to tie the score. That's what I want to do right now.
It's good enough. We've played 30 minutes of roller derby in this bout between Cincinnati and the Chicago outfit. The outfit ranked 65th in the WFTDA, Cincinnati 56th in the WFTDA, and absolutely nothing has been decided as the score is 71-71.
It's an absolute
match of the day on this track. Third game of the weekend for Spring Roll 2014, hosted by the Fort Wayne Derby Girls and Fort Wayne, Indiana. We are at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum, also known as the Jungle. And I am Captain Lou Obama, joined on the microphone.
I'm T-Hat, going to tell the jamming for Cincinnati. And lead jammer for Chicago.
Matzo Ball Breaker. Matzo Ball Breaker with 16 points in the first half. Kitten Kicker with 7. Matzo Ball Breaker picking up lead jammer for the first jam of this second half, and the first penalty in the first power jam of the second half is a cut to Kitten Kicker.
The opportunity to the box also for a track cut. So a little tit for tat there with jammers, both of them committing track cuts. So she's going to have a seat.
And as Matzo Ball Breaker was the lead jammer in that jam, we will go the full 2 minutes. That's the first jam of the second half.
And I love 2-minute jams, but I don't have to skate at them, so.
Exactly. I'm quite sure they're exhausting. They look tired.
Kitten Kicker, she's getting tired of taking on those two blockers, and she hit through on her initial pass. And matzo ball breaker back through, racing to the front. Wheezy trying to keep her back along with Candy Kickass. Kid and Kicker forced to the infield. And Wheezy also backing up matzo ball breaker. Lots of good defensive stand into the second half, got in the first half. And Kitten Kicker now going to the box again. Did not see the call, but she's going to spend 30 seconds in the box. Power jam again for matzo ball breaker, and 5 more points picked up for her in the outfit.
So chaotic first jam to start the second half. Multiplayer block will lighten the load. As
that's taking a seat. 4 points in that final.
86 to 72. Power jam will continue for the Chicago outfit. They'll send Lola Blow to the jammer line. She had 19 points in the first half.
And she's going to take on only 3 blockers from Cincinnati. Ann Bones, Newcomb, and Murderher.
Chicago going full passive, allowing Lola Blow to do all the work. Doesn't work out so well for her as she gets knocked out of bounds by Newcomb. Joan Ranger tries to stop her from skating back, picks up a back block for her effort, and now lead jammer going to Lola Blow. And the power jam is over, T-Had.
And Newcomb did a great job setting that back block. She came around, set her feet, and she ran just right into her. And a star pass there to Newcomb as she puts it on, and it's going to be her job now to stack up points for Cincinnati, but the jam is called. Not going to get that opportunity. We're going to move on to the next jam.
So 4 more points for the outfit. And with 26 and a half minutes remaining in this game, the score is now 86 to 72. We'd like to thank Jam Printing and Promotions. Fun for all your fun merch. Derby merch, exclusive merch reps for the Race City Rebels. Again, we love all of our sponsors, even if we can't read what they told us to read. Power Jam now going to Cincinnati as they're down by 14 points in this bout.
This is going to be a good opportunity for them to close that gap, and Sailor Scary does that right now, picks up 5 points. Nice offense there by Hanna-Barbaric.
Out of play, she does so, no additional points, but T-Had, look at the scoreboard.
Ooh, we have a lead change there. Cincinnati now, well, I thought we did. Outfit 90, Cincinnati 87.
We had a brief score.
My mouth is faster than the fingers of the
8-pointer for Cincinnati. Having trouble breaking free of the pack this time. Matzo Ball Breaker absorbs a hit by Wheezy and picks up lead jammer for the outfit.
Wheezy was a one-woman wrecking crew there, trying out ahead.
On 5 roller derby action, we have it.
And matzo ball breaker through again for 5 more points for the outfit. She's really taking the ball and running right now. Outfit putting some breathing room between them and Cincinnati. We're at 100-87. And she calls off the jam.
That'll stretch the lead for the outfit to 103-87, 16 points separating them. 13 points on that jam. Took over a minute for Newcomb to escape from the tough blocking core of the ladies.
Our clamp Bruja taking.
Lola Blow has been a mainstay jammer for the outfit since I can remember, but she is stuck in that pack, and lead jammer is going to go to La Bruja.
Side of the track is that wall of yellow 21 that she looked like a clockwise, so she's also going to go to the box.
Yes, Samantha Judge has been making her name known in this game, and there is a penalty going to La Bruja. And now it's a power jam for the outfit. This will go the full 2 minutes once again.
Yeah, it absolutely will. And up front again, that's Candy Kickass along with Annie Tomical for Cincinnati.
Parade for the Black Sheep, the lone blocker on the track.
So it is just Hannah Barbaric out right now for Cincinnati. A one-woman sheep.
Another big hit by Samantha Judge sends Hannah Barbaric down to the outside.
5 more points on the board for the outfit.
And with those quick 30-second penalties that we have under the new rule set, the penalty box cleared up pretty quickly, but not before the outfit put up a significant number of points in that jam. I believe 15 points for the outfit. The score now 118-96, a 22-point lead for the ladies from Chicago over the Black Sheep of Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's going to have to stop the bleeding here a little bit, and they don't want it to get out of control and get behind too far. Ruthless Chris now taking the jammer star for Cincinnati, and she is just stuck in the back right now. Whereas on the other side, Chicago gets through and lead jammer.
That's the Joan Ranger once again. Yep. 24 points in the first half. Lead scorer for the outfit in that first half.
Joan Ranger sends Newcomb sailing, but calls off the jam at turn 4. Picked up 4 points on that pass, 2 points for Cincinnati.
Yeah, no. Attempt to avoid her on that, just picked the shoulder and knocked her down to the ground. Picked up her point, kept on skating, called it off. Nice work by the Joan Ranger outfit, now at 122's game.
All the action stacked up between turns 1 and 2. Chicago holding the front. Cincinnati now in front. They had a little switcheroo there. Her knocking her out. Oh, I guess not. She looked like she was out, but kept her feet inbounds and picks up 5 points. And calls off the jam.
So the outfit able to stretch their lead a little bit more, now at 127 to Cincinnati's 98, 17 and a half minutes remaining in this game. We'd like to thank Vital Skates. We know Derby because we do Derby. You can drop by the Vital Skates booth, or you can check them out online if you're sitting at home watching Spring Roll on DNN. Another Joy, number 138, Lola Blow, jamming for the outfit, stuck at the back behind a wall of yellow is Ruthless Chris. She's knocked to the ground, and as she gets back to her feet, Lola Blow finds her way out of the front of the pack and picks up lead jammer for the outfit once again. And to compound Cincinnati's problems, a back block to Ruthless Chris sends her to the penalty box, and now it's a power jam for Lola Blow. And nice footwork on the outside, absorbs the hit, skips along the line, stays in bounds, and 5 points go up on the yellow side of the scoreboard.
Yep. Lola Blow coming into the pack as they're at about turn 3, trying to get around Candy Kickass and Newcomb, and she does around the outside. Nice move there by Lola Blow. Picks up 5 points. Man, you just cannot give her any room at all because she is going to exploit it and get through and get those points.
Malco trying to provide some support for Lola that time. Knocked out of bounds by Newcomb. A bump by Mako sends Newcomb to the ground. Lola Blow having no luck. This pass, high block, is going to send number 72, that's Big Ugly, to the box. 3 more points for the outfit. And they are rolling, T-Had. 137-98, 140 to 98, a 42-point lead with 15 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the game.
Yeah, Cincinnati's going to have to stop the bleeding here. They do not want to get in a deficit that they can't come back from. Definitely kind of a different story here in the second half. While it has been good defense, the Chicago outfit have just been shutting down the Cincinnati Jammers. And there's the whistle. That is 92 Sailor Scary for Cincinnati. That's
the Joan Ranger picking up lead jammer for the outfit. Sailor Scary also out of the pack. Joan Ranger calling it off, not wanting to waste any additional energy.
Quick jam, 0-0 points.
We'd like to thank Bruised Skate Nooses. Bruised Skate Noose, the original over-the-shoulder roller skate holder. Sponsors of the 2014 Spring Roll. Matzo Ball Breaker, number 18, taking the line for the Chicago outfit. Newcomb looking for a running start for Cincinnati.
Not a bad idea. Get a little inertia there. Get a little momentum. Still caught in the back, and Matzo Ball Breaker picks up a lead jammer for the outfit. It's quite a few, stringing a few jams in a row where they picked up a lead jammer, and that's what it's all about, controlling the jam.
Yeah, it seems like the outfit has figured a bit of the defense out on the part of Cincinnati, is able to get lead jammer repeatedly in the second half. Jam is called off by Matzo Ball Breaker. Another single point going on the Chicago side of the scoreboard. 141 to 98 is the score. 14 minutes remaining in this game. Again, Chicago coming into this game ranked 65th, Cincinnati 56th.
And Chicago, whatever they did in the second half, or maybe they really haven't changed anything at all, but they are on a roll right now and just keep moving down the track. Cincinnati still looking for some light here to put some points on the board, close that gap. Annie Tomical now, first time her jamming this evening.
Cincinnati continuing to roll the dice, looking for a matchup. That's Samantha Strange once again with another monster hit for the outfit and drawing another track cut.
Yep.
So once again, a power jam going to the Chicago outfit. Samantha Strange making her name well known in this bout. Or Samantha Judge, sorry. She was a doctor, she'd be Dr. Strange. We've got ourselves a star pass, that's Mako. Mako jammed a bit in the first half, pivoting in the second half, eligible to take that star. And she's through the pack on her initial pass for the outfit.
Mako coming through to the back. takes on Wheezy Brew.
And a high block is going to send Mako to the penalty box. Power jam is over, so this will be a full 30 seconds for the Black Sheep to have the advantage of having the only jammer on the track.
And Annie Tomical's penalty was over, so she was coming onto the track as Mako was heading in. So that's going to be a full 30 seconds. Annie forced to the back of the pack and forced to the outside again. Lola Blow. And a beautiful star pass there by Annie reaching across, handing it off to Wheezy. Wheezy had a second there to get through, and she does. Now separating herself from the pack. Obviously not lead jammer, because once you pass the star, you don't get that.
Power jam over, both jammers back on the track.
And Wheezy gets through, picks up 5 points. 5 needed points for Cincinnati, 3 points on the other side for Mako and the Chicago outfit. So 11:30 remaining in the game. Your score right now, the outfit 144, Cincinnati 103. Chicago really owning this second half.
And we'd like to thank Bullet Boutfits, supplying roller derby skaters and their fans with the most original quality apparel around. Whether it's on or off the track, there'll be something for you. That's Bullet Boutfits.
Ann Bones jamming for Cincinnati, and she is really fighting to get through on the other side of the track. Lead jammer for the Chicago outfit, that is the Joan Ranger.
You know, I think that's Ay Caramba jamming for Cincinnati.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Cincinnati keeps throwing new stars at us. I believe that's the 9th jammer that we've seen from Cincinnati in this game.
Hey, I don't think I've jammed yet. Can I go down there? I'll throw on some skates.
I don't know if that's going to help them much, but
I'll just take my microphone. I can talk from the track.
all the way through. Just let them know what you're going to do.
That's right. Sailor Scary jamming for Cincinnati. Taking on
Matzo Ball Breaker.
Matzo Ball Breaker, thank you. Man, them gray numbers are really hard for these eyes to see.
Matzo Ball Breaker fighting hard at the front of the pack. Stiff resistance by the skaters in black, trying to hold her back. Matzo Ball Breaker with 1 to beat. Goes outside in on La Bruja. Picks up lead jammer for the outfit.
Sailor Scary trying to find some room there to get through. And the outfit blocking court doing a great job of recycling right in front of her. She was almost had some daylight, and now just like that, she is at the back of the pack. That really tremendous defense from the outfit coming into play still with their really aggressive jamming on the other side. 5 points and another grand slam for Matzo Ball Breaker and the outfit. La Bruja looking to keep Matzo Ball Breaker back. Matzo goes to the inside and picks up 5 points for the outfit. 51-point lead now. Chicago up 154-103. Just under 9 minutes remaining in this game.
And the hands go to the hips. 5 more points go up on the scoreboard, and the outfit starting to run away with this with 8.5 minutes remaining in the game. 159-103, a 56-point lead. Both of these teams having a rough start to 2014. 0-3 for the outfit, 0-7 for Cincinnati. Both teams with very major roster changes from 2013. Lots of different skaters on these teams. It looks like the outfit has really managed to pull themselves together in this bout, and has had their defense has really gelled, and I think that's made the difference in this second half, Tiad.
Yeah, it absolutely has. You know, Chicago's been able to play, you know, on both sides essentially. You know, the defense and the offense. Cincinnati was doing a great job with the offense in the first period. Still doing relatively good with their jammers. Their offenses or the defense is getting exploited a little bit. Hanna-Barbera takes a shot there at the jammer for Chicago. She calls it off, picks up 3 points on that final pass.
Outfit now at 162, Cincinnati at 103, 7.5 minutes remaining in this game. Adam Wheels, come see all the things, heat molding, Jackson and Luigino boots all weekend. Come and get fitted. And if you're not here and you can't come and get fitted, you know how to find them online. You're sitting at home, you were smart enough to find us on the internet, you can find Adam Wheels as well.
Now, you talked about earlier skater turnover. That's always a hard thing to overcome earlier in the year when you have the exit that both of these teams have had for Cincinnati. 5 skaters off the Charter 20 exiting in the very beginning of the season, and since then some skaters have left. So it's been a challenge for Cincinnati to keep skaters on that A team, and you have skaters coming and going.
And the jam whistled off as the jammer for Cincinnati goes down. We'll get the medics out to have a look at her. And looks like Ann Bone's able to get to her feet, helped by the medics. Safety, as in all sports, is paramount as she is taken off to the side. We'll get another jam underway momentarily. 7 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this game. Score 162 for the outfit, 103 for Cincinnati.
Matzo ball breaker jamming for the outfit, and that's going to be Candy Kickass jamming for the Sheep. I believe that's her first jam.
That would make jammer number 10 for the game for Cincinnati. I kind of like the idea of keep on rotating until you find something that works.
That's one way to go about it.
So again, we have wonderful sponsors all weekend long. We'll try to give some more love to them right now. Sure Grip International. When you want the best, it's always been Sure Grip. And also Pepper House Designs, custom derby products and embroidery apparel, providing all the color-designated wristbands for our officials for this event.
Cincinnati looking for the right jammer solution, the right jammer combo. So far, as you alluded to, the 10th jammer for Cincinnati. Still looking to see what works best.
4-on-2 pack advantage for the outfit. And that pack advantage allows the matzo ball breaker to get through and pick up lead jammer for the outfit once again.
Looks like Candy knocked out of bounds, but back in, and she has one outfit blocker to beat, and she does get through on her initial pass. Newcomb taking on matzo ball breaker, hits her. Matzo doesn't even flinch, calls off the jam, picks up 4 points on that final pass, on that last pass.
And as we tick down to the 7-minute mark remaining in this game, the score is 162 for the outfit, 103 for Cincinnati.
The Joan Ranger jamming for the outfit, going to take on I Caramba for Cincinnati.
And this jam will be brought to you by Green Monster. If you're skating on crap, it's not from us. Green Monster. Remove all the vowels if you're looking for them.
And the Joan Ranger picks up a lead jammer pretty quickly. Newcomb heading to the box. That was a multiplayer block. It's going to be a 4-on-3 pack advantage for the outfit. Just under 6:30 remaining. Your score 162-103. The outfit ahead. And Ikaruma going to head to the box for a forearm.
So penalty woes continue for the Black Sheep. 5 points going up for the outfit. A power jam with a team from Chicago wearing the yellow. Mako again trying to move that wall forward for her jammer. The Joan Ranger absorbs a tough hit by Sailor Scary, continues skating after putting 5 more points up on the outfit side of the scoreboard.
Joan Ranger looking for a penalty on that hit. Felt it may have been a little high. The referee disagreed. La Bruja trying to keep her back. And now Murderher going to the penalty box for a high block.
High block for Murderher. She'll be joined by Newcomb.
And Newcomb also headed to the penalty box. Now 4-on-2 advantage for the outfit.
And the Joan Ranger just calling it off. Picks up an additional 4 points for the outfit. That should move them to 181. Cincinnati at 103, 5 minutes remaining. You know, T-Had, we saw in the first half, the score was tied, but the penalties were 19 for Cincinnati, 11 for the outfit. Penalty woes continuing for the Black Sheep in the second half. Outfits seem to have cleaned up their game a bit more. That's made a big difference in the second half.
It really has. The outfit being able to stay out of the penalty box has helped them immensely. They've kept their jammers on the track, and you know that's what you got to do. They've kept their jammers out there. They've kept them scoring points, and they keep getting a lead jammer. They're doing absolutely everything that you need to do to win a game. Unfortunately, on the other side for Cincinnati, their jammers have been in the box, their blockers have been in the box, and it's just not been the same first half for Cincinnati as they were enjoying about 30 minutes ago.
Lola Blow knocked to the outside, gets up on her toe stops, dashes to the inside, gets through the pack, and picks up 5 points for the Chicago outfit. She is the lead jammer for this jam.
And Ruthless Chris with a nice little juke move there. She gets through on her initial pass.
Newcomb getting a piece of Lola Blow, knocks her to the outside. She's forced to call it off. No additional points, but the damage done already by the outfit. They're at 190 to Cincinnati's 103. 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in this game. We'd like to remind you about Roller Derby Elite. Roller Derby Elite Series Skate, the brand that defines the sport.
Matzo Ball Breaker taking the line for the outfit. She's going to go up against Sailor Scary for the Black Sheep.
Matzo Ball Breaker finding her way through the pack, picks up lead jammer, but hot on her tail is Sailor Scary.
Yep, Sailor Scary's right there, and she's stalking her.
Sailor Scary able to pass Matzo Ball Breaker, forces her to call it off. No points go up on the scoreboard, but that is to the advantage of the outfit as they are currently up by 87 points over Cincinnati. Again, these are all sanctioned games. All of these games count towards rankings in the WFTDA, and the score ratio matters. So every point in every jam will affect the number of ranking points you get at the end of the game.
Yes, with the new way those rankings are figured out, you're absolutely right. Every point that you stick on the board could mean a difference in how well you move up or how well you move down. Candy Kickass now the last line of defense for Cincinnati against Lola Blow. And she is a one-woman wrecking machine keeping her out, but Lola Blow pivots around and picks it up. Lead jammer for the outfit. Leezy around on her initial pass, picking up some speed herself. Lola Blow taking on Big Ugly around in the front. And Candy Kickass being sent to the penalty box. 5 points there for Lola Blow and 0 points for Cincinnati. Cincinnati's been sitting on 103 points for several jams now. I've kind of lost count. but it's at least been 5.
We're down to the last 90 seconds of this bout. Lola Blow showing her experience on the track, breaking things open for the outfit. And the other jammer who's been putting a lot of points up on the board has been the Joan Ranger, and she's wearing the star for the Chicago outfit.
And wearing the star for Cincinnati is Jungle Lacey, which I believe this may be her first jam in this game.
And the Chicago wall is just stymieing her at the back of the pack. Getting through for lead jammer is the Joan Ranger.
It's like those blockers have Elmer's glue on their wheels. They're just not moving at all. Jungle Lacey really unable to move them forward. And 5 points for the Joan Ranger.
That'll be the double century mark, in theory. And another 5 going up for the Joan Ranger.
Got to give it to Chicago. They came out in the second half and they just kept the gas going. And they have not let up since. 198, 103. Clock winding down.
And the Chicago defense just doing an amazing job of stifling the Cincinnati Jammers all game long. Nice recycling on their part once again.
Jungle Lacey knocked to the infield as she's trying to get around a couple blockers there for the outfit.
Just relentless. That's Samantha Judge.
And Samantha Judge just laying a hit.
You know, teams are going to have to be worried if the outfit have got their defense together. They're going to be a really tough team to compete against this weekend. The outfit with a monster win over Cincinnati, 208 to 103, more than